Welcome to Rare Coins Value. The 2016 Fort Moultrie Quarter is one of the most historically charged coins in the America the Beautiful Quarters program, commemorating a defining moment in the American fight for independence. Issued for South Carolina, it captures the heroic stance of Sergeant William Jasper during the Battle of Sullivan's Island in 1776, where an underdog American force held off the mighty British Navy. This quarter isn't just currency, it's a miniature monument that tells a story of bravery, strategy, and resilience, all struck onto a small piece of metal that millions of people carry unknowingly. Whether you are a collector, a historian, or someone fascinated by symbols of national courage, this coin offers a deep dive into the struggle, identity, and evolution of early America. The 2016 Fort Moultrie, Fort Sumter National Monument quarter was issued as the 35th coin in the America the Beautiful Quarters program, and it represents the state of South Carolina by honoring one of the earliest and most dramatic episodes of the American Revolution. The design focuses on the pivotal events of June 28, 1776, when the unfinished palmetto log fort on Sullivan's Island, later named Fort Moultrie, faced an overwhelming assault by a powerful British fleet. Despite the British Navy's confidence and firepower, the resilient American defenders used the unique qualities of palmetto logs, which absorbed cannon fire rather than splintering, allowing the fort to survive a bombardment that would have destroyed ordinary wooden structures. The reverse of the coin portrays Sergeant William Jasper in the moment of extraordinary bravery that defined his legacy. During the heaviest fighting, when the American flagstaff was shot away and the flag fell beyond the fort's wall, Jasper leapt into open fire to retrieve and raise the flag again, a move that restored morale and symbolized an unbroken will to resist. This scene, frozen in metal, captures not just a military action but the psychological heartbeat of a nation struggling to be born. The quarter's artwork also reflects the broader historical weight of Sullivan's Island, a strategic location guarding the approach to Charleston Harbor, where multiple layers of American history converge: revolutionary defenses, Civil War engagements, and later coastal fortifications that evolved with changing military technology. By choosing an action-focused design, the U.S. Mint emphasized the human dimension of this history, reminding viewers that the revolution was shaped not only by generals and statesmen but by soldiers who acted with courage under impossible conditions. The obverse of the coin, like all ATB quarters, features the restored 1932 Washington portrait by John Flanagan, a deliberate choice that blends the nation's early struggle for independence with a familiar symbol of its founding leadership. Collectors appreciate this quarter for its dynamic imagery, its connection to one of the earliest major victories for American forces, and its representation of South Carolina's strong military heritage. Struck in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, the quarter exists in circulation strikes, uncirculated mint sets, silver-proof variants, and clad-proof versions, making it accessible to both casual collectors and advanced numismatists. Its silver-proof version, in particular, offers a crisp, mirror-like contrast that enhances the raised depiction of Jasper and the flag, giving the scene a dramatic depth not always visible in regular circulation strikes. Though minted in the modern era, the Fort Moultrie quarter carries a timeless aura. Its design is a storytelling medium that condenses an entire battle, a moment of heroism, and the early identity of the American Republic into a few square centimeters of metal. Coins like this are reminders that history is not just preserved in books and monuments, but also in the everyday objects that pass quietly from hand to hand, each one carrying with it a tale of struggle, sacrifice, and national pride. The Fort Moultrie quarter also represents the evolution of American symbolism, how a single act of raising a fallen flag transformed into an enduring cultural message about resolve. When Sergeant Jasper lifted the regimental flag under a storm of British cannon fire, he wasn't merely saving a piece of cloth, he was preserving the spirit of the defenders and the idea that the fight was still alive. This symbolism endured for centuries, influencing military traditions, patriotic ceremonies, and even the later adoption of flag protocols that underscore the emotional weight of national symbols. The quarter captures that moment with a deliberate artistic tension. Jasper's body leans forward into danger, the flag whips violently in the sea wind, and the British warships loom in the background, creating a composition that feels almost cinematic in its energy. It is rare for circulating U.S. currency to portray motion so vividly, and that makes this coin stand out not just historically, but artistically as well. Beyond the event it commemorates, the coin serves as a reminder of the strategic brilliance behind the early American defenses. Fort Moultrie's unusual construction, palmetto logs filled with sand, was not just a desperate improvisation but an engineering marvel that turned soft, fibrous wood into a shock absorber capable of neutralizing the impact of heavy naval artillery. This unexpected advantage stunned the British fleet, altering the course of the battle and proving that ingenuity could rival firepower. The quarter, in its subtle way, celebrates this innovation by placing the viewer at the heart of the chaos, where human courage and clever design merge to create an improbable victory. For historians, the battle is a testament to how the American Revolution was shaped not only by ideology but by a deep understanding of terrain, resources, and timing, elements quietly embedded in the narrative struck onto this tiny disc of metal. Collectors often remark that this coin feels like a miniature battlefield, a blend of tension, heroism, and defiance distilled into a small but potent visual story. Even those who rarely think about American history cannot help but feel a shift when they look closely at it. The engraving pulls the viewer into 1776, onto the ramparts, beneath the smoke and roar of cannon fire, where a young rebel nation was beginning to define itself. And that is the hidden power of such commemorative coins. They bridge centuries, allowing the modern holder to touch the echoes of a distant past. Over time, as this quarter circulates through countless hands, it silently educates, reminding people, sometimes subconsciously, of the moments that shaped the identity of the United States. That is why numismatists refer to coins as pocket monuments, and the Fort Moultrie quarter stands among the finest examples of this idea, a monument small enough to slip into a pocket, but immense enough to carry an entire story of bravery and national birth. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing history and coin stories.